What's going on, guys? Monday, August 11th, and currently in the process of doing some canning. My favorite right now, my water bath is hopefully going to be boiling here in a couple minutes. As of right now, I have cherries, by far one of my favorite fruits, and apples, more apples. And in the fridge for another hour or so. Pardon my squeaky fridge door. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see because it's covered, but I can fix that and take the cover off. If I could find counter space. I have zero counter space in this home, so I'm really looking forward to moving, where I'm gonna have ample counter space. But it's the rhubarb and sugar sitting for a little bit. Get this back in the fridge. And strawberries, which I'm going to have to mash and then mix all together. Lemon juice, boil it, all that good stuff, and end up in the end with strawberry rhubarb preserves. Oh, so that's what I got going on right now. I think later this afternoon, I'm going to do pickles, either that or tomorrow morning, just kind of depends on the day. I should probably clean up this mess at some point. Got, compostables for the compost out back. And these guys, got a few cherry seeds, which I have to go get a little bit of peat moss and some sand and rinse those off. Those are going to go in the refrigerator for, it's going to be 6 weeks, so 6 to 8. What's today? Yeah, so it'll be like perfect. 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'm going to plant those in the ground. And hopefully I'll have little cherry trees sprouting up in the springtime, but we'll see. Kind of got to look into see how cherry trees do here in Maine. I'm not really sure, to be quite honest, but I'm certainly going to give it a whirl. I'm going to, once I get to the new house, here in about a month, I have to get the garden laid out. There's already, I think, 4 or 5 garden beds there, and I am going to add probably a few more. And basically I just have to figure out the whole layout. I know I'm going to have to go and rent the brush hog and cut down a bunch of brush on the side of the house, because that's where that's where the pumpkin patch is definitely going to go, and eventually that's probably where the goats are going to end up. I don't know how soon I will get goats. It's possible by next spring, but definitely we'll have chickens next spring. So I'm very, 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 very excited about that. Been looking at chicken coop designs online and just doing a lot of research. Pardon me when I put my apples in the bath here for a sec. Apparently when you put these in the water bath, you can just let them be. You don't have to hold them down. They can kind of float to the top. But yeah, I'm very excited about the chickens. I picked up this book yesterday at Books A Million in South Portland. I saw it, I grabbed it, and I immediately sat down on the step stool that was there and started reading. I was there for like 10 minutes reading. Kristen comes up and says, "Are you going to get that book, or are you just going to sit here and read it all?" I said, "Well, give me the chance and I might sit here and read it all." But there's a lot of awesome information in there. Planting vegetables, fruits, chickens, goats, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be my reading material here. over the course of the next few weeks, but it definitely looks like a interesting book to have around. I'm sure it's going to be very helpful into my new venture of living a more sustainable life. Am I going to grow all of my food? No. Hey, Rosie, what are you doing? Of course. What's up, Booze? No, I do not plan on growing all my food, but certainly the majority of my vegetables, some fruits, and pretty much whatever I can. I like good, clean food, and it's certainly, I think, very empowering to provide for yourself, provide for your family, and grow your own food. So I'll definitely get the veggies and some fruits down, and the eggs and milk goats, and then I'll go from there. Right now at the new house, there's probably, I'm going to say, an acre and a half or so that is maintained right now and usable, but we have just under 5 acres altogether. The rest is standing timber, which is kind of nice because that's going to provide me firewood for one, for the heat stoves, but I'm going to have to, before getting the goats, I'm going to have to clear probably another acre of it, so they have plenty of room to roam and do their thing. And I'm also pretty certain that pigs will be in the mix at some point too, so exciting stuff. I have my little friend right here. I love watching the queen bees on the flowers, and they're like everywhere too. What else? I'm interested to see what kind of wildlife we're going to have at the new house. Definitely expect coyotes, probably some black bear. Fishers maybe, because we are close to the water. Fox, of course, deer. And definitely looking forward to going outside at night and having next to no light pollution, to be able to sit up and look at the stars and the Milky Way. That's definitely one of my favorite things to do when I go to Acadia, camping at Seawall. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. I could lay out on the ground on the beach for hours and just stare straight up and get lost in those stars. I don't know if you can see back there to the pallets. So I have them A-framed, kind of leaning against each other. I got spaghetti squash going in there. But I was worried that it was almost providing too much shade, because vegetables like sunshine. So I cut the ropes on them the other day, opened it up, and just leaned them back on a couple of pieces of wood. And I'll tell you, the one side, I can actually see another squash going right now. One side's growing like crazy. It's really climbing up the pallet.